What's up everybody, Broskadamus here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics Advance X. This is episode 5. In this episode we'll be doing Professor in Trouble. Now, a special thing to note about this particular mission is it's the first time you'll run into undead, as far as I'm aware. And you have some distinct advantages against undead if you have a white mage. Doubly so if you have a white monk with exercise, and that's exactly what we're going to be getting set up right now. In addition, if you saw the last episode, you'll understand why I will be buying another cuirass. You'll also understand why just saying that makes me angry. So we'll jump into the shop here after we pick up the mission to make sure that we don't spend too much. I don't know how many times I've went and bought shit, come back to get the mission and find out I don't have enough money, and then embarrassingly turn off the recording. Load the damn game, get the mission first. That's good advice for anything. Just get the mission first when it costs money, and then use whatever's left to get your gear. Stop doing it in the wrong order like I do. Now, into the shop, we're going to be picking up, I believe it's called Rising Sun, the fist weapon for the white monk to learn exercise. And I decided that I'm not going to need another silver sword because my units will have that mastered, speed break mastered very soon, so I'll sell my third one, the one that I bought in the first mission, herb picking, for my warrior temporarily. I still stand by that choice, as I really love speed break, but that's a totally different mission, we won't go into that. I would recommend though that you go watch it. Plug. Now, buying another cuirass, and buying the Rising Sun. I do take a look at the judge staff, just in case it had revive. It doesn't have revive. I need to figure out which weapon has revive, so I can stop using so many Phoenix Downs. So far, everything's been going pretty smoothly, I haven't had to really use any. But they are expensive as hell. So, this time I remember to actually outfit everybody before we run to the mission and try to start without people having the proper gear. Now, if you were paying attention at the very beginning, you noticed that I geared out a black mage. I do plan to use him in this mission. Another thing about this mission is that there are flan in this mission. They are extremely resistant to melee damage. And here I'm double checking to make sure he's outfitted. And he is. And with our new wizard hat from last mission. The flan, you can't really hope to damage flan with melee, so you're going to need to use a spellcaster that has spell damage. Now, they will try to run up on you and use their spell, whichever color flan they are, being blue being frost and red being fire, etc. And they will try to cast it on themselves and your units whenever they can, so it heals themselves, and that's incredibly aggravating, so make sure you bring a spellcaster whenever flan are around. Obviously, have one fitted out so you can call upon him in case you forget if a mission has a flan or not. And as you can see, we have 2 here and 3 undead. We're stacking our odds in our favor with using as many units that are effective against undead and against flan as possible, but in this case, I don't have any other casters that can do elemental damage, so I'm forced to using just one. I'm really happy that we found Diesel, though, because he's a new Mao and he's perfect for this. He's also a force to be reckoned with, and you'll see. I'm actually really glad that I finally tried out a black mage. Now, here's where I agonize a little bit with my choices. Who do I bring? I need some frontliners, and that's Marsh and Yave for now. I don't feel that I need anything other than putting Lucas in, because I'm going to use exercise. Now, I usually would have 6 units, obviously, but Augie here counts as one of my units, and that's aggravating, to say the least, especially since he likes to block everything with his face, and when he dies, you lose. Actually, this is the second time I played this mission, because the first time, he decided to block an exorbitant amount of shit with his face and die right away. And I didn't even get to hardly do a damn thing. So, with that in mind, make sure you're keeping him alive, absolutely. He cannot faint and be revived, nothing. So, don't forget that. Do not overlook that. Another thing to note is that these flans are assholes. Try to kill them as quickly as possible. I found that the longer the game goes on, the chances are... fuck, just speak English. The chances increase that Augie's going to run next to your guys and draw a shit ton of AoE fire from those flans. So I tried to kill them as quickly as possible. Now, as you can probably guess, I'm doing this without a script, which is why my speech is sometimes so erratic, but I think that it's a little more natural and just easier to explain my thought process without a script. I mean, if you guys want me to read from a script, I totally can, but I feel like it takes away from the spontaneity and some of the more interesting aspects of when shit happens that I forgot about, or things like that. So now we'll see the power of the Black Mage. Fucking one-shotted. Diesel one-shotted the Flan. That's even better than anything I could have hoped to happen. It was amazing. I was so happy. I was like, alright, we only have one Flan left, it's so easy. And here's where Augie died in my first attempt. Because the fucking zombie crit him. And he's gotta be slow when the zombies are getting turns before he does. He does heal up on his own, though, using potions that I don't think are from my stash, but if they are, I should probably actually check that. I should probably go back and check that, and see if he's taking potions from my stash, because that would piss me off. But a moment of silence. Exorcism's happening. That's right. We got one. 30% chance. Insta-gift. Now we spend our time, after celebrating that of course, we spend our time healing Augie to make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid, which he will do. He will do something stupid. He always will do something stupid. Now because I only have one caster that's reliable here, I have to just rely on speed breaking the Flan. Pardon me. And you'll see here why melee does nothing to them, because I literally have nothing else for Marsh to do at a point, and I just smack it with my sword. Now I'm trying really hard not to bunch up my units too much, because I don't want the Flan to get any more hits than he is allowed. That I can allow, I should say. Now, let's see how the chances are affected on exercise by standing in the front. 25%. About a 5% loss standing in front. Standing on the side is a 5% gain, so giving us 30%, and standing behind gives us 35%. And I check the turn order to make sure shit doesn't get out of hand, and to make sure that Augie's not going to run next to my guys while I'm trying to do stuff, or get in my way. So we'll be quiet for another moment of silence here as we exercise. 2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2. That's it. 2 exorcisms in a row. I was a part of this already, and I can't fucking believe it. That's not even the most amazing part, though. You'll see. Now, with 2 enemies already out of the way, and the Flan knocked out, there's not a whole lot we actually have to be doing. We have one free Flan with a low movement speed. He's going to AoE things, so I'm trying to spread my guys out. But we only have one active undead. Normally you'd have, maybe some knocked out undead that will revive after 3 turns. You gotta be kind of quick. But those guys are gone. They disintegrated. They were burned by holy fire, and they're gone. Those Flans, though, they do a lot of damage. And here, where I have nothing better to do, I go ahead and smack them. 1 damage. And he leveled up. Marsh leveled up, smacking the Flan in the back. So, Colin's going to get another turn here, which is the zombie. So I go ahead and just wait for him, because he can't actually reach into my units yet. So he moves within kill distance, and we keep moving Diesel to deal with the Flan. And my best attempts to get a free attack on this zombie are to no avail. I just can't quite reach the zombie without sacrificing a move. Sadly. I do need to hurry up and get over to the Flan, though, as he is, at this point, the most dangerous target. I wanted it bad. I wanted to get that that free hit and then run off, but it didn't cut it. But getting a turn here to be able to heal Lucas means that I can take an offensive action on Lucas and not have to worry too much about it, so he doesn't have to use a potion. But we're going to jump in and exercise again, baby. That's right. Nah, I'm fucking with you. We don't get the 3 for 3. Two out of 3 is pretty fucking good, though. I would say that 2 out of 3 is... well, anything out of 3 with exercise is damn good. I would have been happy with the first one. I was totally content just getting the first one. And unfortunately, we did exercise the 2 that didn't have counter. There is one zombie here that has counter, and we missed the speed break even too. But I guess that's a little bit of balancing on the RNG situation. And we do have Augie Drain, and Drain counts as a spell. 24. It's not bad. It doesn't do us any good, other than the fact that it guarantees a kill if that unit does not get a turn to heal himself. So I try to move away from him, force him to move to me to try to get the heal, but you can see it doesn't really matter. If he's able to move to me and AoE, we still have a turn before he gets to. And our Black Mage is eager enough to finish him off. And thanks to Augie's damage, we were able to kill him. Would have been a little bit short, I believe, if he hadn't damaged him. That 1 damage from Marsh wasn't going to mean shit. So we do try to exercise again, but 2 out of 3 is still damn fine. And hoping for any more than that was just a little bit too wishful. But here's a little bit of taking advantage of the cure damage and heal, because I do want to heal my white monk here. And it does a lot of damage to the undead. It's not to be pushed aside. Now, because of the counter, I do decide to speed break instead, as I'd be totally content just to hit him with spells at a distance for now. Not necessary. Not necessary by any means. You could just jump on him and kill him at this point. And which is exactly what Augie decides to do here with a potion. Which then reminded me you could use potions to damage the undead. Totally forgot! And the kill goes to Augie. He was useful in the end, when he doesn't die in the first, like, 30 seconds of the mission. But that's pretty much it. There wasn't a lot to this mission. This mission was a nice breather. I imagine it'd be a lot harder if Exorcism didn't totally wreck everything in my favor, but that aside, it was a nice breather mission. It was really short, and I apologize. Everything damn near went my way, but I assure you, all the missions will not go like that, and there is going to be a long mission coming up next. So thanks you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.